How are we? Are we having a good time? Yeah, I'm so glad to be joining you this afternoon. Such an honor to be with you this afternoon. So we are going to have a good time together, and we're going to have, so in the next 35 minutes, we are going to share very interesting thoughts, things that have a way of positioning us for the better. But before I get started, let me congratulate Kim and the team for putting this together. Let us give Kim a round of applause. Awesome. So, Kim and the team, well done. This is great. Oh, there she is. Please give her another round of applause. Thank you much for doing. We're so proud of you. And to the speakers that have spoken before me, I came in when Yangen was speaking. Ahmad has spoken. Oh, wow. I got a very good report that you gave a fantastic speech. And how I wish it is on record, so that I could listen to it. I heard it was fantastic. Everyone that has spoken before me, well done. And let us give them a round of applause. All right, so my presentation is Face That Mountain. Face That Mountain. So what I'm going to talk about this afternoon, I won't get into the intricacies of running a business. So this is how you buy, this is how you sell, this is how you price your products. I won't get into those. But instead, I would wish to address you as a person. Because if you as a person is addressed to become a person of value, the business that you run becomes secondary. Because a success is you, and what you run is as a result of how successful you are as a person. Let me break it down this way. If I give you 15 million today, I give you 15 million cash today, you are not a millionaire. You just have millions. A millionaire is you, millions is what you have. So if I give you 15 million today, you are not a millionaire, you just have what? Millions. Because if you are not a millionaire, even if I gave you 15 million, I'm just giving you 11 months, that 15 million will run down to zero. Why? Because you were not a millionaire, you just had millions. And in a similar way, if I give you 100,000 today, and you are a millionaire, it is very simple. That 100,000 will easily multiply into millions, because a millionaire is you, millions is what you have. So as such, with that background, I wish to indicate that I wish to talk to you on things that can position you for success. Things that are extremely important for success. So to break that down, I will introduce you to a man called King Midas. So King Midas, in Greek mythology, he's believed to have been a man who, whatever he touched, turned into God. Whatever he touched, turned into God. And that is why we have the saying of the golden touch. Whatever he put his hands on, turned into God. So with that said, there are people who, when they get to engage in something, that something immediately becomes a success. The question is, what sort of a hand do such people have? There are people that would know that they get into this business, immediately it is a success. They get into this arrangement, it is immediately a success. They become an author, their book sells. They get in, everything gets to succeed quite easily. What is it that they have that positions them well to succeed that way? So we are going to look at the Midas touch. So the Midas touch, since a hand has 5 fingers, I'm going to give you 5 fingers that represent things that are extremely important for you to easily succeed and to position you for success generally. So we'll get with the thumb. The thumb. The thumb talks of how you should develop your character or integrity. You see, talent just gives you the base. It is the foundation for your success. But character is what gives you the ceiling to your success. Without good character, there is only so much that you can do. So let me put it across this way. When it comes to character, there's something that I love indicating. You need to build what is called reputational collateral. Reputational what? Collateral. So what is reputation? Reputation is how people view you, how people see you. What is the reputation that surrounds your name? Collateral, on the other end, means when you go to the bank, you want to get a loan, they will request for your collateral. So you want to get a loan for 500,000. The question would be, what collateral do you have? So then you say, no, collateral, I have my house. Then they'll say, okay, fine, bring the title deeds for your house as collateral. So that in case you fail to pay back the loan, we can then get your house. And collateral happens at different levels. You go to a friend, help me with a 2,000 kwacha. Then the friend says, oh, you want a 2,000 kwacha, not a problem. I'll give you that, but what are you going to give me as collateral? Then you say, okay, fine, I'll give you my laptop meantime. So that in case I fail to pay, then you can have my laptop. That is collateral. Then reputational collateral is where you don't give any collateral, but your reputation is the collateral. Does that make sense? So you go to someone and you request for money, instead of asking for collateral, because of how your reputation is, they give you money without any collateral. They can easily do that simply because your reputation, how people know you, that in itself is collateral. So let me put this across. Any person, no matter how rich you are, how powerful you are, how great you are, any person would need the help of another person. But for you to get that help, you need reputation of collateral. As such, it is very important for you to be very deliberate to build your reputation, to build a character so that people can trust you. I can give an example. 2019, our business had grown and we had a very big order. So we needed to buy things from France. So I had a shortfall of 600,000 kwacha. Shortfall. 600,000 kwacha, I didn't have that money. So I called a man. I know. His name is Mr. Mdari. I called him and I said, I'm requesting for 600,000 kwacha. I'll pay back after, there is something that I need to do. In no time, Mdari said 2 transactions. The first one was 375,000 kwacha. The second one was 225,000 kwacha in my Stambik account. With Mr. Mdari, we did not sign anywhere. There was no witness. I did not give him any collateral. In fact, it was on the phone and money was sent. 600,000 kwacha, more than 500,000 sent. No signature, nothing. What do you think Mr. Mdari got from me? What do you think allowed Mr. Mdari to give me that money? My reputational collateral. And indeed, we supplied a letter paid back. But the question I have for you, how much can people give you without requesting for collateral? If you called people now, how much can they give you without asking for collateral, without signing papers and whatnot? How much can they give you? That is an individual question that you need to address. That speaks of how people trust you. Now, with that said, I know that there are different levels. So let me explain it this way. At whichever level, there are people who can't even access a 500 kwacha, a 100 kwacha, simply because These people, they don't care about their character, they care nothing about their reputation. A person comes, help me with this much. 500, I'll pay you month end. After giving the person that 500 kwacha, all of a sudden, their memory becomes bad. The memory becomes bad. Now you have to start reminding, that's something. And there are some of you who are so bad such that the person who helped you with money now must start explaining to you why they want their money back. So now you who want your money back, you have to explain, no, I'm requesting for that money. You see, my child, I need to take my child to school. Over your money, you must explain why you need to get your money back. For such individuals, the reputation of collateral has gone down. And a very sad story. One lady graduated from university, doing extremely well, and time came, she applied, and it was in the process of getting a job, but the job had to do with finances. So interviews, everyone agrees on the interview panel that this one deserves a job. But because of how sensitive the job was, we had to go through two processes. The first one was the fingerprints to show that this person has no criminal records. The second one, we needed to check with CRB, Credit Reference Bureau, to see if this person has not gotten loans and not paid back. So checking with CRB, this lady was in default, in red, that she got a loan and never paid back. So we went on and said, no, listen, you are in default. Then the lady says, me, loan, never. Bank, me, never. I think it's just a mistake. It is mistaken identity. I've never gotten a loan before. Then we got on to investigate further, only to discover that this lady had gotten from way back 300 kwacha from the mobile providers. Got a 300 kwacha, just like many of you back in the days, after getting that loan, you'd say, because you see, when money is sent in that number, it would normally be deducted instantly, right? Do you remember the days when people would say, no, don't send money in this line, send in this other number, running away from paying, So a number of people did that, but have you noticed now that even when you have a loan, when they send money in that account, it won't be deducted instantly. Have you noticed that? And the fact that you've noticed it, you are in red. Go check your records, you are in default. Now, that 300 kwacha, that 100 kwacha, that 50 kwacha that you got, and you thought you could do away with it, a number of you are reported at the Credit Reference Bureau. Now, here are the consequences. Number one, if you are in red at Credit Reference Bureau, you can't access a loan. No one trusts you with a loan. Over 100 kwacha, you can't get a loan. That is number one. Number two, even if you decided to go pay back that 100 kwacha, that 300 kwacha today, you have to wait for the next 5 to 7 years where those records still remain. That you are a person who gets money and never pays back. And see which bank is going to give you any loan. Over 100 kwacha, over 300 kwacha. Some of you have destroyed your reputation or collateral over very small figures. And there are some of you who have requested for money from your friends and you've not paid back. As a result, your reputation or collateral has gone down. So go back and make this right. What I'm putting across is this. Be deliberate. When you say, I will do this, make sure to do that. When you say, I will come at this time, be sure to go at that particular time. When you say, I will call back, be sure to do that. Those things help build your reputation or collateral. In essence, it helps build a character which is good for you to be trusted. It helps position you as a person of integrity. With that said, if you are a person of integrity, many people will come to help you. Do you know why some of you are not being recommended for internship or for jobs by some of your uncles who are well placed in positions? They know your character. They don't want to put their reputation on the line by recommending you, because they know if they recommend you, you are going to embarrass them, you are going to steal, you are going to be missing work, you are going to be going for work late, and as a result, they are not recommending you. So with that said, be deliberate to build your reputation or collateral to position you for great things. And that change must begin now. You can never be successful without building your reputation, without building your character, and without being viewed as a person of integrity. Does that make sense? So that is the thumb. The index finger. Follow one course. Follow one thing, do it well. Once it is successful, it positions you to become even a lot more successful. We have a number of people who today, they are running this business. So today, no hair, no me, hair. Tomorrow, they are out, phone covers. No, the other day, no rice, nakonde. No carpenter. Ever changing. Now, because you keep changing, people do not identify you with one thing. And because people don't identify you with one thing, it then becomes very difficult for you to succeed. You need to understand that for you to easily succeed, you must be identified by one thing. Do that thing very well. If it is hair, be very good at it. If it is writing, be very good at it. Be very stable. Hit one thing and hit it very well. If you are to do anything else when you have become extremely successful at one thing. You look at even the powerful billionaires that you know. Mark Zuckerberg, what is he known for? Facebook. Who else is very rich? Jeff Bezos. What do you know Jeff Bezos for? Amazon. Jack Ma? Alibaba. He did one thing. If he is to do other things, it is at a later time. Even in Zambia, look at the successful people. Mikalile, what was he known for? Furniture. Then from furniture, he then moved on to hospitality. After being successful, after hospitality, he then moved on to Mika Meats. It is after being a very powerful man, but he's known for how many businesses? Mainly 3 businesses. But you, who just has a 500 kwacha, a 1,000 kwacha, no, I'm diversifying. Today this, no, tomorrow this, no, the other. No stability at all. In fact, you are not even stable with the phone number. No stability. There are people I know, Mwila, you have saved the number properly. No, Mwila, this is his number. No time, 3 months later, it's a different number. No, it is my other number. Oh, okay, no. Mwila, Mulenga. Okay. So now there's Mwila, there's now Mwila Mulenga. No time, no, another. What of this? No, this is now my Airtel. Okay, fine. Mwila Mulenga 1. No, Mwila Mulenga 2023. Mwila Mulenga new. Okay, Mwila latest. Now, a person, if you're on the phone now, you are struggling to save. You've saved this way. No, new, latest. 1. Okay, 3. Okay, fine. Mwila Mulenga, final. Even the phone number, you are struggling to be stable. You can't do one thing well. Be a person who hits one thing, follow one course, and do it extremely well. Riches are in niches. If you're doing one thing and you're doing it well, people will know you for that. And once people know you for that thing, people will easily call you. I know if you want carpenter, call Banajay. If you want hair, call Jennifer. If you want clothes, call. If you want fitness, call. If you want health issues, Umoyo. identified for something. Even simple things like speaking. You can't just stand and say, no, me, I want to be a speaker. A speaker on what? No, just a speaker. No. People won't invite you. But if you are very clear on things to do with entrepreneurship, me, I don't speak on anything, funerals and what, no. Me, I'm a speaker on things to do with what? Entrepreneurship. And when people think of a speaker on things to do with entrepreneurship, they will know, call the radical entrepreneur. When people want someone to speak on investment, they know who to call. Be identified for one thing. Once you are successful at that one thing, it will position you for greatness. In fact, it might even interest you to know. You know medical doctors? A general medical doctor who can attend to you, who is a general physician. You have a headache, they will attend to you. You have an issue with eyes, they will attend to you. A leg, they will attend to you. A general doctor does not end anywhere closer to a specialized doctor. You see, there are doctors who would say, for me, I'll just be looking at the eyes. Eyes only, just eyes. Jaguar, eyes. If you have a headache or you have a knee, you have a what, they won't attend to you. Then it is just eyes. But there are those that would say, no, me, everything. Those doctors that would attend to you when you have an injury, you have a what, those don't end anywhere close to those that just look at eyes. But in your thinking, you say, no, I can't just concentrate on eyes. How many people have eye problems? Me, I want to make sure that in case one comes with a knee injury, I'll attend. Headache, I'll attend. What, I'll attend. That doctor who attends to everything cannot be compared anywhere close to a doctor who just attends to ears. Just ears. Those doctors that just attend to ears only, that specialized, they earn way more than general doctors. What am I putting across? Do one thing and do it extremely well. And I'm reminded of a guy, not the best of the guys to quote. I ever heard of Bruce Lee? Yes. Yeah, he said something interesting. He said, what I would rather fear? I would fear a person who has practiced one kick 1,000 times than a person who has practiced 100 kicks 100 times. I fear one who has practiced one kick. Because if that one kick finds you, you are gone. And in a similar way, the richest man to ever live, of course, in recent history, there's a debate, is it John D. Rockefeller or others say, what is the name of this other guy? Rockefeller and who?
Elon.
No, not Elon.
Jeff Bezos.
In the era of Rockefeller. Carnegie, yes. So there's a debate on Carnegie and Rockefeller. Who between the two was the richest of the time? I'm one of those that believe that Andrew Carnegie was the richest of that era. Now, Andrew Carnegie said something very interesting. People are saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And make sure you diversify so that when this basket falls, you can refer to these other baskets. But Andrew Carnegie said something interesting. He said, I would rather you put all your eggs in one basket, but watch over that basket. Put all your eggs in what? One basket, but watch over that basket. Do one thing, become extremely good at that thing, such that when people think of who to call, they are thinking of you. When you reach that level, then you will have made it. So the index finger, follow one course. The middle finger, of course, I know you are so looking forward to the middle finger. But so we'll take it that is the middle finger. So for the middle finger, brand yourself. Packaging. How are you packaged as a person? You see, you need to be deliberate about how you package yourself as a person. And I've heard this many times where people pop up on social media. You know, they pop up on social media, post crazy things, post useless things, and say, no, my life on social media is different from my life in person. You see, we don't have x-rays to see your life like your real life. What we see on social media is how we judge you. And some of you are meeting me for the very first time today, but you have an opinion on who Dumisani is. Why? Based on what I post. So you can't just be a person who posts nonsense. If it is on social media, you are the one that is following every trending story that is useless. You are number one. No, Timimba Chiende, you are the one. Hey, Chienda, Timimba Chiende. You can't be the one. Every drama you are there. Who was undressed, who was not undressed, who has been called to the police, you are the number one. No, this beef must go. Me, I don't want peace. I want violence. You can't be that person. Be a person who is known for greatness. The comment, and some of you don't even care. Any useless post, you will find your comment there. Useless post, you are there. Anything productive, nowhere to be seen. And as a result, we have an opinion of you. In fact, let me just tell you openly, we see you as a fool. Yeah, we see you, even as you laugh with us, and you know, we smile, hey, how are you? We see that the fool has come. Even when you're in your tie and your jacket, you're like, no, this one is a fool. It's not that he's pretending here. We know his real behavior or her real behavior. Why? How you package yourself on social media has an impact. In a gathering like this, how you carry yourself. You can't just be the person shouting anyhow. No. You must have a certain level of decorum. Some of you have not been recommended for jobs because we see the nonsense you post. We have written you somewhere to say you belong here. We can't recommend you for business because we have seen your level of thinking. Insults, you are number one. We see you. We have seen your works. Your works have gone before you. So we don't want to deal with you. We can't tell you, but I'm telling you now why people don't want to deal with you, because they see how you've branded yourself. So be deliberate. The things you say, how you say them, all those things position you for success. They position you to be recommended by others. It is extremely important to be deliberate on how you brand yourself. The ring finger. Build positive relations. You need to be deliberate on building positive relations. And in this point, I wish to suggest something very interesting. Learn to give honor. You can forget about what I've said today, but this thing, I want you to pick it. Learn to give what? Honor. When you meet someone who is doing great things, a little secret is this. Honor them. Acknowledge them. If someone has done a great presentation, approach them and say, that was great. Honor them. Don't be a person who wants to fight people that are doing well. People that are ahead of you. Normally, it is out of jealousy that you feel like, no, let me comfort myself by writing them off. The moment you write them off, it impacts you in a way you may never understand. A person doing better than you, honor them, approach them, and appreciate. That little gesture goes a long way. Honor them. And it might interest you to note that even those that abuse the theme of giving honor have still succeeded in that space. Have you noticed politicians who would give honor? I'm not talking about human worship. Those politicians who would stand and say, no, I'm the number one bootlicker. Have you heard of those? But they end up being a minister. Have you noticed those? In fact, even the president of Botswana today, President Masisi, some time back he stood and said, I'm the number one bootlicker. I'm the son to the bootlicker. Hey, time appointed minister. No, changed ministry. Hey, vice president. And today he is president. The process of honoring someone who is higher. Now that he's president, he has all the power. But it was just the thing of honoring someone who is higher. I'm not saying worship human beings. No, don't. But never walk in greatness without acknowledging greatness. Never walk in an office where you are seeing awards and you just ignore them. Never walk up to someone who's dressed so well. That gesture of just acknowledging that CEO to say, you look good, sir, that softens his heart. And the way he will deal with you, it will be differently. You would have planted a seed, honoring. Even in the Bible, you know. I ever heard of the guy called Nicodemus? As an Nicodemus knew what honor means. He walked up to Jesus at night, and when he reached where Jesus was, notice what he said. He called him what? Rabbi. First thing, Rabbi. And he says, no ordinary man can do the things that you have done except if he comes from above. He honored him. When Jesus was honored, Nicodemus did not ask any question. Jesus started giving a conference to one man just after honoring. No, Rabbi, no one can do these things except if he comes from above. After Jesus felt the honor, no question, he just starts. Verily, verily, I say unto thee. There was no question. No question. But because was given honor. So learn today. Any great family member, some of you have closed your doors from family members who are doing so well because you have failed to just acknowledge them. And your doors are closed that way. There's that uncle who is doing so well. You see, this thing of honor is something that you need to learn. And you need to learn it. You need to have this exclusive thing. You are talking to that uncle. Don't just say, you are one of the people that inspire. No, you can't say that. You are one of them. No, just say, you inspire me. No, someone helps you, just send a message, thanks. That is ingratitude. Learn to give honor. It will open doors for you. The final one. Don't take things for granted. Everyone here has opportunities. Everyone here is positioned for success. Everyone here has what it takes to become successful. So I'll challenge every one of us to relook at the opportunities that are on our tables. Don't write yourself off. Don't look down upon yourself. There are many things you can do. There are many things you can achieve. Let me even put it across this way. The fact that you are alive today is an indication that there is so much that you can achieve. But a number of us have written ourselves off. No. You've written yourself off. I challenge you this afternoon. Be a person who will stand and say, my time is now. Those are those, but I am here. Be that person who is assertive. That my time is now. I am a human being like everyone else. And you can rise. I can tell you for a fact. I come from the village. I have risen from the village to become who I am today. It is for a simple reason. I believed that I am a winner. And let me even indicate this way. Before you were born, long before you were born, that time when you are still in your father's that time, long before you were born, the time you were released, you did not come out alone. You were 100 million of you at that point. 100 million of you who were released at the same time. And I can tell you for a fact, all scientists have indicated that the journey up to fertilize the egg is a very tough and harsh journey. Very tough. But in that journey, you were there. And I should indicate that experts have agreed that that journey is harsh for a simple reason. It is to make sure that the strongest amongst the 100 million, the toughest amongst the 100 million, the most resilient amongst the 100 million should be the one to fertilize. And guess what? Out of the 100 million, you fertilized. You fertilized, and that is how you came into existence. Now, if you won a race against 100 million, when you didn't have hands, you won. No eyes, you won. You know, no legs, you won. No head, nothing, you won. And the brain, nothing, but you still won. Now, what can stop you from winning today? When you have hands, you can see, you can talk, you can walk. What is stopping you from winning today? And in fact, your father just left you in a different continent. Just left you there, but you found your way. Now, if you found your way without eyes, what can stop you to find your way now with eyes? Yeah. I think it is time that you realize that I am me, and I'm here to make a difference. And I'll close by indicating that, you see, the nation is waiting for us. All of us need to think of getting to the driving seat, but we think we don't amount to anything. Let us realize that the future of this nation is in our hands. The challenge is that a number of us are not willing to get to the driving seat of this nation, as we just want to be passengers. And notice this for a fact: no matter how full a bus may be, even when the bus is full to capacity, the seat for the driver is empty. The driver will still find himself there. Even when people are remaining that the bus is full, the driver will find his seat. Why don't we decide to be drivers of this country? We can't live in a nation where the three big banks are Nigerian. The other three big banks, FNB, Standard Chartered, ABSA, from South Africa. What is Zambian? You look at the pharmaceutical industry owned by Indians. Where are Zambians? You look at the farms in Nkushi. They are not owned by Zambians. Even the little shops in the compounds, they are owned by Rwandese. Who are refugees, came in as refugees, they had nothing. But where are Zambians? The mines, we have no control over them. Why don't we take it up now and say our time has come? Let us forget about excuses. Our time is here, and I wish you nothing but the best. Zambia won't develop without your input. You are the one that we have been waiting for. But the challenge we have is that you have specialized in excuses. We have specialized in great excuses, and you've even crafted them very well. But I would wish to tell you this as I sit down. Every excuse expires. No matter how real an excuse may be, it expires. No matter how well you can explain that excuse, it expires. I sympathize with you if you are an orphan. Your parents died when you were young. Sorry about that. I sympathize with you. But even that excuse expires, because you can't be 40 years old and keep saying I'm an orphan. That excuse expires. The excuse of the economy expires. The excuse of load shedding expires. And I'll close with the men that are seated here. Don't traumatize your wives. You can't be in the bedroom with your wife at night, in the bedroom with your wife, and you are saying, no, the economy this, the president this, the president that. You can't be discussing another man's husband in your bedroom. Manner and honor, I wish you nothing but the best.